A section of Azimio coalition leaders have expressed support for the Gen Z-led protests that forced the government to shelve the 2024-25 finance bill. The leaders, while flanking Azimio principal Raila Odinga at the 10th anniversary of Mama Rosah Oyoo, mother of Raila's spouse, Idah Odinga, have also pressured President William Ruto to cut down on his cabinet as a way of implementing austerity and as a show of goodwill to Kenyans that he is ready to listen and act. Kamau Mwangi reports that the former premier avoided engaging in politics, asking Kenyans to educate the girl child as he remembered his departed mother-in-law.
Now is the time that I hand over the mic.
Members of the political class are slowly making a comeback to the country's political scene, this time round hailing the country's youth for their protest to push for reforms.
Mama Rosah no erigite.
Speaking in Uriri, Migori County today, during the 10th anniversary celebrations of Mama Rosah Oyoo, mother of Raila Odinga's spouse Idah Odinga, leaders drawn from the Azimio coalition, who accompanied the Azimio leader to the event, expressed support for the Gen Z-led protest, asking the youth to push to the very end.
Now that you have graduated from that hustler narrative and become Gen Z's liberators of this nation, stay there. As you have said correctly that you are partyless, tribeless, and you are everything, I want you to know that what you are doing is about the spirit of the nation. Do not discriminate in the future. When you are looking for elective leadership, do not discriminate on the basis of age.
We will never again have a country where there are shareholders and non-shareholders. We will never again have a country where opportunities are only given to certain groups and not others. We will never again have a country where public servants swallow money and vomit on the people. This is the end of that. And as a country, we must now have a conversation.
The Gen Zs have spoken against corruption. The Gen Zs have spoken about the largesse in government. The Gen Zs have addressed themselves to the high cost of living. Punda amechoka.
Recent calls by the youth asking President William Ruto to cut down his cabinet to at least 14 members and reduce the number of principal secretaries in his administration, as well as prioritize dealing with corruption in government, echoed by leaders present, even as calls were made to the youth to remain peaceful as they protest.
Gen Zs are saying that, Mr. President, can you for once and for all dissolve and not reshuffle your government? In a constitutional order and a constitutional democracy, if the people come to parliament, it basically means that there is no confidence in both the government and parliament.
They used to come to parliament, they don't even come into the parliament. They just walk in, go have tea, walk to State House, come back with whatever they say, the boss has said, and come and put their finger and say yes, without considering anybody or people of Kenya.
Wacha nikuambie watu wa Yesu wanajua kukimbia. Omera niliona hawa kwa tunnel. Na saa zingine tuko na shida kupata watu wanaenda Olympic. Na huko bunge iko watu wanakimbia sana. Na tuliwaambia mkichapa hii yes yenu, watu watakimbia hapa. Na Gen Zs walikuja kututembelea bungeni.
We must realize that this country is greater than any one single one of us, and Kenya is our country. Nobody was invited to be a Kenyan.
Azimio leader Raila Odinga, who avoided politics at the event, opted to address the gathering in his native Tholuo. He called for the continued empowerment of women and girls in the country to enable them compete equally with their male counterparts.
A society that does not empower the other gender cannot prosper.
Kamau Mwangi, Citizen TV.